Hi, you guys. How y'all doing today? I just wanted to come on here and talk about a few things that I just really just grinding my gears about my people, which is African Americans in particular. Um, I'm gonna start off cold and slowly get hot, okay? Starting off with the Jesse Smollett thing. I know it's old, but I want to rehash some things right quick. Starting with, I believe he is just the epitome of a Hillary from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I mean, from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. That character Hillary, just a straight up bonehead. He strike me as that type. Like you could tell, he's probably not that smart. And it was obvious that he lied. Come on, you guys. I live here in Chicago, and downtown at night, there's hardly a soul down there, unless it's summer or spring, because the weather's nice enough, and they might be, tourists or something. But for the most part, it's empty. It was a polar vortex now, so wasn't nobody downtown like that in the first place because it was cold as hell. I was down there probably that night as well, or that evening. So I would know. It was a vortex coming in that day. It was super duper cold, you guys. The wind off the lake is chilling, and it was like flurries. This is when some white guys try to, not only gay bash him, but also do like a racist attack on him. And it was just obvious to me that dude was lying. And this is the part that really got me, was the people that stuck their necks out to help him. Kim Fox is one of them. This woman stuck her neck out and jeopardized her career and her reputation to help out this liar. And she still is in office now. And then to the Obamas. They helped too, you guys. So just in case y'all didn't know, the Obamas have a hand in him being free. And I don't mean free in the sense that I feel like he should have got 20 years or something. I just feel like he should have served maybe a year or two, and then also gave a public apology. But that didn't happen. He got off miraculously, like unscathed. And me and you both know that if that was me, a gay black man, and they caught me up in a lie like that, I will be serving some damn time and coming out of pocket in a number of ways. So my whole thing is that why are we still allowing such things and people in our community to jeopardize us like that? Because now not only being black and gay is bad, because keep in mind, even in the gay world, there is racism in the gay community. So just in case y'all didn't know that, it is. So it was just not a good look overall on black and gay people, one. Two, successful black people like the Obamas and Kim Fox. It's a really bad look, period. And then he's a movie star too, Juicy. He's a star, he can sing, and he look good, and he's an actor. So this is a bad look. And when we try to be like our actual capturers, it reflects on us even worse. Just because they are doing it, it don't mean that we can do it to people. So that is a bad look, and it's horrible on us, and it's a stain as being an African American from what they did with the whole wear like Jesse Smollett thing. And I want to talk about something else too. Since we want to talk about mainstream media, let's talk about R. Kelly, okay? Because we all know how everyone loved throwing the sink and the kitchen table at R. Kelly for what he did. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This man, you can tell, is sick. I actually saw the actual porn videos back in the day when they were released. I actually got to see them. And you guys, it was him. And it was a little girl. You could tell she was a little girl. So, it was horrible. So we all know that R. Kelly is a pedophile. And we know he got some other problems too that's going on inside of his head now. We all know this. And sure enough, you talk to people, everybody knows, and everyone's talking about R. Kelly this and R. Kelly that, and shame on him this, and shame on that man that, doing this to these little girls, and he was abusing them and stuff, and he kept them away from their families, and their families had to hunt these girls down and stuff, and because R. Kelly is such a really bad, horrible man, right? Well, I like to think of things with actually 2020 hindsight. Just in case y'all never heard that, 2020 hindsight. It's kiss away of looking past the norm, and you see further. So in saying that, I see further in this. Why isn't the media talking about these deadbeat parents that got these girls, huh? Why? I mean, they were parents, so whether it's a single mom situation, a single dad situation, or a joint parent situation, or just even if they is in some type of custody of some guardian or some home or anything, why isn't none of them being held accountable for what happened to these girls? Why is it just R. Kelly in the media, in the mainstream? Why isn't it that this girl's parents were doing this, or this girl's parents was doing that? Let's just call it for what it is. Them girls were under parents that in my opinion should have been charged for parent neglect, because it's obvious that they neglected those girls, and this is why they were in the hands of this predator. But nobody talks about holding these parents accountable as parent neglect with these girls that was with this man, And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them parents knew that these girls was with his man, and they chose to still go forward with it without finding a problem. See, and that's the part that gets to me about this whole R. Kelly thing, is that everyone is pointing a finger at him, but no one's pointing a finger at these parents, at these deadbeat parents that let their girls get into the possession of a predator. Because if I was a parent, you think I'm going to be honest, if I was a parent, my daughter or my sons, or my daughters, let's just keep it with the daughters, they would be under strict watch from me. Because I know how this world view women, let alone black women. Let alone how our own treat our own, okay? And that'll be my whole thing towards my little girls. And no, I need to know everything, because this is a dangerous world. Men like R. Kelly come like rich and poor alike, black and white alike. So, to me, it's funny how the mainstream puts so much on this man, which he is a bad man. I'm not discounting that. But let's look at the obvious. How did these girls get in his possession? These girls were not like born self-made. They came from parents. They'd be cared for by guardians. So, I don't know. It's just, see, I'm the type of person, I think outside the box and see little things like that. And this is the problem with our people now. They holding this man accountable when they should be holding these parents accountable first and foremost, okay? But let's get to the one that made hell just freeze over, okay? Because this story just recently about Amber, this police officer who mistakenly went into this dude's crib, and he's African American, by the way, and killed him in his own crib because she mistaken it as hers. Now, she's a police officer. She's a white police officer, and, you know, she went to court for it, and by far, this has got to be some of the most craziest stuff that I have ever witnessed when it comes to this thing called Cooning. It was by far the worst. Now, I'm going to put this out there first. May God bless that brother that lost his life at the hands of this murderous and where like a white supremacist woman. May he rest in peace, because this is a racist woman through and through. They proved that with the text messages, number one. Okay? Number two, if she's a racist, and she is, they are full aware of the black, of the Latino, of the Cambodian, Chinese in their proximity. They full aware, you guys. They know what floor you at, what apartment you in, and everything. Hence why they're racist, okay? So their whole thing is to separate themselves from any other people that are not of their race origin, period. So she knew she wasn't going in that man's apartment. You can read from the text when she was even making fun of Martin and Luther King and his sacrifice that he contributes to us African Americans, and not just African Americans, but everyone who is not white benefit from that man's sacrifice, okay? So, in saying that, she got it in text now that she's a racist, okay? And racist means to separate, basically. White supremacy, you know? What it is. So you got to be aware of the colors. It's like separating crayons in a crayon box. You separate the white one and you put them next to the light ones, and on down they get darker. Okay? This is how they think. So this woman knew that this man stayed there, in my opinion. Number two, they don't talk about the black witness girl who had videotaped it on her phone. Well, not videotaped, but she videoed the incident on her phone. And this black girl lost her job, and she caught living hell from even putting that video forward. And they steady was antagonizing her. Okay? So this led me to believe that them same people who was getting at her also got to that family, you guys, and probably had paid at them off. And they also gave them a story to get this woman off. This by far was the weirdest thing I ever saw. I mean, I thought that, this woman literally came into this dude's apartment and killed him. Now, this is the part that really got me off guard, is when the family and the judge and the actual cop, security courtroom guard, whatever she is, was comforting her like she was the victim. The brother told her, I love you, I hope you not go to jail, anything happen to you, and I want to hug you. This woman killed his brother, dead in his own apartment. The father is at church to my son, he want to be her friend. And the courtroom security guard is grooming her, coddling her. And the judge hugs her and cries for her. This is by far crazy. You know what? That judge should be fired. Lord have mercy on that family, because that boy looked like the type that would kill himself. Look into his eyes. He looked like the weak type. He looked like he would kill himself. So God have mercy on that family. That judge needed to lose her job, and that chick who is that actual guard I already know what she's gonna do. She's probably going to have to move and change her whole life identity after she finally get the gravity of what she did. That family, that guard woman, and that judge, that judge number. Let's talk about that judge, okay? She hugged this woman. She should lose her job. Period. She should lose her damn job. Number one. Number two, she let the boy hug her. Okay, you know what? Let's just keep it real. That boy has given us a good script just in case we want to kill somebody. That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, so what happened if that was a trick to hug her just to snap her neck? It would have worked. It would have worked. It would have been so graphic, y'all. We would have been seeing this boy hug this woman and killed her on national television because of this stupid judge. Let him hug her. Let that be me as a judge. And he asked, can you hug her? No, you cannot. I'm fully aware that was your brother and this woman killed your brother. No, I'm not going to let you hug her. I don't care how nice you sound. This could cost me my job, my reputation. Why am I crying for this woman and I am sitting there as a black woman judge hearing these text messages be read about a guy that sacrificed his life just so she can sit her stinking self on that damn bench and be a damn judge? It's an outrage. Then this woman is coddling her. Let's flip the script for a minute. So just so y'all won't think I'm just on some just straight black pride bull crap. I can see if the shoe was on the other foot. If she got off of work, came into her apartment, and he was there. And she killed them dead. I can see the then I can see the brother said he wished nothing happened to her, and you know he loved her, and could he give her a hug? I can see the father saying he want to be her friend. Okay, I can see the woman officer guard that's actually coddling her, and I can see the actual judge stepping down and giving this woman a hug, because it's to let this woman know not all black people are like that. Not all black people are going to break into your crib. You have to kill them, and you have to be prosecuted. That had been his transgressions, you guys. He would have been the one that had done a transgression, and I can see why out of everyone would have been trying to comfort her. Then, if that was the case, if he broke into her crib, but he did not. He was in his crib, eating ice cream, watching sports. And this woman came in and killed him. And they are coddling her. The brother, the father, and the judge, and the black security woman. I can see if all of them were white people, I would have understood that. I would have understood their actions. But they were not. They were all African Americans. This woman came into your brother's crib, your son's crib, and killed him, and he wasn't even doing nothing. And you want to be her friend, and you want to hug her and forgive her? What are these people going to think of the Messiah when the Messiah come back and be drenched in blood like something from God of War, slaying these enemies for their wicked ways, their injustices? What are they going to think then? Because y'all know what he said, right? I want her to find Christ. I just want her to be with Christ. What is he going to think when he find out Christ ain't so forgiving? That they have to pay for their transgressions. Because this has been prophesied. If he and any other Christian read scripture closely enough, because I'm not a Christian, but I know scripture. And if they read scripture close enough, they would know this Messiah and this God of ours, which is Yah, is going to come back with a vengeance and a judgment so harsh that the bodies and the blood is going to be piled up and the blood's going to run like damn rivers. It's time that we rise up with our intelligence. Because right now we are the laughing stock of the world being African Americans.